and Brownie.
The podcast.
Good morning, you funny, funny boys.
How are you, Dean?
10 out of 10, John, and you, Swan?
Yeah, I'm good. Filmed another episode of Would I Lie
How
to
did
You
it go,
last night.
Swanee?
Very, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like going to the best dinner party ever.
Hell yeah.
Such great guests.
Do we know
such great
the new
stories.
lineup? Have you said that on air?
Yes, Charlie Pickering.
Okay. How's he going?
He's one of the
Has he
new...
come up to the level?
He's enjoying himself a lot, which is, as everyone can attest, half the battle.
Yeah.
It's really been fun. But I'm a little tired.
Yeah.
A little tired.
It's a Friday though, Swanee.
Yes, it is.
We're going to wait a while to see it. I can't wait, though.
February, I believe.
Oh, that's not too bad.
It's not too bad.
That'll be good.
Hey, we're going to give away another e-bike real soon.
Yeah.
Shane Crawford's on the show later. Ask Brownie. Post Malone tickets.
And if you're wondering who won the battle out of new English Prime Minister Liz Truss and the lettuce has been victorious.
What?
Yes, Liz
Very
Truss
topical.
is gone.
You're telling me that lettuce right now is edible?
The iceberg lettuce reigns supreme as per usual.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
Ready to put your pool floaties to work?
Start planning the ultimate summer getaway with whatif.com. Find hotels and holiday rentals plus family-friendly resorts.
Just jump on the What If app. What if it's Aussie for travel?
Good morning, Melbourne. Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Nova 100. It's new Taylor Swift Music Day. Now, we're getting the details. You reckon it's like mid-arvo, Swanee?
Well, I had a text exchange with Clementine Ford, who is also a huge Taylor fan, and I said, I'm tempted to wait up till midnight.
Well,
because that was the thing, is that it's being released at midnight, but not wherever you are in the city, in the world.
3 p.m. our
3
time.
p.m.
Okay.
our time. She
God.
corrected me.
We'll stay all across that.
Yes.
Mid-arvo should be great. I know my daughter Olivia will be all over it after school. Liz Truss, it's been a big talking point.
Sure has.
Normally we don't really delve too much into British politics.
No.
But I'm happy to go there, Swanee. You've spoken about will a lettuce outlast Liz Truss as the Prime Minister. The lettuce did win out because she had to resign overnight after the shortest reign as a British Prime Minister in history.
Yeah.
There was a live stream of this lettuce. Some English japester had set up a live stream of the lettuce.
And the lettuce was victorious.
Lettuce is victorious. So, but that's a side story. That's a side story to Robert Peston on ITV. Robert Peston and his own show, Peston.
Wow.
That's what you need, Swanee. They're your own show, just called Swan. Bang. Robert Peston.
Like
though.
Credlin.
Yes.
I'd talk about all the same stuff that Peter Credlin
Yeah,
does.
you would too.
Yeah.
That'd be fun, Swanee.
Yeah.
So on Peston.
Peston Blumenthal, is everybody thinking that?
No, but I am now. Well, that's...
I think Peston here, obviously the thing we're talking about with Liz Truss is tax cuts. Because for people who weren't sure, unaware of why she's gone, is because she promised that there's going to be huge tax cuts, up to $81 billion worth.
And then she couldn't deliver
She
it.
couldn't deliver it.
No.
So she had to fall on her own sword. Well, Robert Peston talking about these tax cuts.
That means the hole in the public finances is bigger than it would have been, and Jeremy Hunt's cuts will be more painful.
You've got to be careful with Hunt and cuts.
Yeah,
with
yes.
what?
Hunt and cuts.
Yeah, you've got to be very careful. So,
This is thrilling.
just stuffed it up a little bit. And I thought, you know what? I've worked with a couple of blokes that have stuffed it up along the journey, and just went looking for a few different things, Swanee. It's always fun, isn't it? Stuff ups on air, not deliberate stuff ups, but just complete stuff ups on air. I'm going to tell you this NBA game. Now, there's nothing better than a drive to the bucket. You know, when a player's aggressive, he drives to the bucket.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, the commentator gets excited as well.
47-35 LA. Now Nash to Gortat. And he drives to the bucket. What a great move by Gortat.
That's fantastic.
Fantastic, isn't it? He just really give it to it.
He really gives it, and no apologies at the end.
Well, exactly.
No stumbling.
Go again. I'm not sure he even realised.
47-35 LA. Now Nash to Gortat. And he drives to the bucket.
Yeah.
What a great move by Gortat.
That's
He
amazing.
drives to the effort.
Hey, John, an honourable mention to Carrie Bickmore's Qantas one time.
Yes.
So she
Yes.
pronounced it Quunti.
Oh, yeah.
It was heaven.
It was so good.
Alistair Lynch with Dermot Brereton on TV one day. Now, have a listen to Dermy's reaction right at the end. Very supportive by Dermy.
And for the remainder of the year, every game we're going to focus on the ruck battle. For Lysette going up against Goldstein was always a big matchup.
Absolutely. We see Elisha.
Turbulent twinkle in his eye.
Absolutely.
Lana Murphy doing an interview for Channel 9. She was just crossing back to Alicia Loxley, but may have thought it was pre-recorded.
Another man was intercepted 250 kilometres from his Apollo Bay home in the Macedon Ranges. He told officers he was on his way to my life.
Okay, Victoria's aged care crisis is worsening with more deaths recorded.
So what that is, they've done a heap of takes and just sent, because it's not live, those reports, a lot of them.
Yeah.
So they've just sent the stuff up take where she said FML.
Yes.
Someone
Another
made a big error.
honourable mention is when Ken Sutcliffe was on air and a lady crossed the room and said, now to Ken Slutcliffe.
Yes.
Yes.
Goody. The great Kenny Slutcliffe, the male model from Mudgee. And to finish off, I'm going to circle back to the C word, to my old mate Gerard Healy. Now, with this sort of language, no wonder we gave him the arse from On the Couch, Swanee. He's doing a pre-game interview with Anthony Hudson. Hutto, not very supportive at all, but talking about the Gold Coast Suns.
The Demons were all the rage, a lot of pressure on Mark Neal, obviously. But through the week, there has been a lot of interest in the Gold Coast, and the Gold Suns, and they are going to start favourites.
Wow.
That was
Coast and Sons.
Yeah.
You do the math.
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Now, earlier on, you said that I'm going to have my own show called Swan, where I talk about politics and stuff, like Credlin on Sky News.
Oh, yeah.
I like it. I think you'd be more towards the centre, though.
I'm going to kick
Which
off.
is okay, Swanee, because you can bat for both sides.
I could, absolutely.
No doubt about it.
I actually could.
Yeah.
Bat for both sides.
Swan's Prong never got up. Remember we're going to do Swan's Prong? Where you just
showing that, Swan.
Let's do it now.
Yeah, let's do it.
Swan's Prong. We're talking cost of living, guys. Have you noticed it has gone up? You have noticed, haven't you? I have noticed. I can't get through the supermarket. And remember, I'm on foot. I'm on foot, so it's only what I can carry in my backpack. I very rarely get out of there for under $100 with what I can carry in my backpack. It never used to be like that. It used to be sort of $10 to $15 a bag.
That's right.
Now it's like $40 a bag.
Especially fresh produce.
I agree. And my son, Leo, loves grapes.
Mum, where's the grape?
Can I get some more grapes, Mum? And so, of course, I say yes because that's my job to say yes when my children need something.
You want some good banknotes on you there when it comes to grapes.
I paid $32 for a bag of grapes.
Yeah.
And I didn't realise, really, because...
They're expensive, Swanee. We're not talking about red wine grapes or white wine grapes. We're talking about the eating grapes.
They're eating grapes.
They're expensive
and
as
they're
hell.
pre-done in the bag.
Yeah.
So I just grabbed a bag, and now I grabbed 2 bags, in fairness.
Yeah.
It was 2 bags of the purpley coloured grapes. They're his favourite, purple seedless grapes. And I bought like 3 avocados and a head of lettuce. It came to $45. And I was like, huh? So I checked the receipt, which I very rarely do as well, because I feel like that moment's gone. I've got the stuff. I'm not going to check how much I paid for it because I've already paid for it. And I saw that I'd paid $32 for grapes.
Really?
And I just was like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
So that was the last sort of, that was the last, I had to tell him that there would be no more grapes.
Pull up, kid.
Yeah. So they were on the bench and I said to him, just so you know, because you've got to teach kids everything. I said, just so you know, that's $32 worth of grapes.
Eat them, boy.
And even he was alarmed.
Yeah.
And I'm asking you, 13, 24, 10.
I'm with you, Swanee. I got one on the plums. We've got a plum tree. It's not quite ready at home.
Yeah.
And the kids just at the fruit shop the other day grabbed 5 plums. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
And then the bill came in really high. They were $5 per plum. These little plums.
Jesus.
That's ridiculous.
There you go, Swanee.
13, 24,
All
10.
over.
What is the most you've paid for something recently? It is truly alarming. Can anybody beat $32 on goddamn grapes?
We got prizes.
Adrian from Wandon, what is the most you've paid for something quite innocuous?
Yeah, I went to the local Wandon field day on the weekend, and I like to wander around and just, pick up your obscure little homemade bits and pieces. And old mate was selling salamis, and I said, I'll have 2 salamis. And he goes, that'll be $50, thanks.
Oh, Jesus.
2 salamis.
$50.
$50 at the Wandering Field Day.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well, you could have bought a tractor for that.
How much was it,
Wow.
Adrian? How much was it again?
$50.
I just love hearing you
Delivery's
say
unbelievable.
$50.
Were they flash salami? Like, justify the 50. Did he just make it up on the spot, Adrian?
Oh, they're big bangers. They're big bangers.
Okay.
Were they like Jeffrey Dahmer style salamis? Like,
More Ron Jeremy's.
Yeah, well, yeah, definitely. I'd want to be Ron Jeremy.
You got a couple of Rons for 50. That's not bad.
what prize have we got for Adrian? Maybe 6 bottles of wine from Zonzo Estate.
Yes.
What do you think, Adrian?
Oh, I'd love $6
That'll
of
be
wine.
$50.
Go well with salami.
They would go well with salami.
Is it worth a trek out to the Wandon Field Day, you reckon, Adrian?
It is, but I'd stick to tractors, as you said, not salami.
Go by Massey Ferguson.
Wise words.
Thanks, Adrian. Have a good one with your Ron Jeremy's.
Josh from Pakenham, what is the most you've spent on something that shouldn't have cost that much?
So, hey guys, really love the show.
Hi, Josh.
So it wasn't me, it was my friend. We're at a costume store and he picked out a Spider-Man costume and he really, really liked it. And he thought, I want to be a Spider-Man. I want to be a cowboy Spider-Man. So he got a leather jacket and a hat to go with it. And the leather jacket and the hat combined for $400.
Jeez.
Oh, my God.
And this is at just a regular costume store. And we were thinking, what costume store is selling authentic leather jacket and hats?
That is
Yes.
that is an impressive outfit.
Yeah, props to the Western Spider-Man aesthetic. That's nice.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny because the Spider-Man costume only cost like $20 and it was too small for him, so...
Smart.
$400, that's not money well spent.
Sounds smart. When are you going to wear that again?
I know, well, exactly right. I know, my gorilla suit years ago
Oh, yeah.
didn't come anywhere near the $400
Can you
one.
get a crazy stain on that suit of some kind?
He spilt a coffee on it.
Okay, sure. You've won a double pass to Don't Worry, Darling, Josh. Don't Worry, Darling, starring Harry Styles and Florence Pugh. It's in cinemas now.
Don't worry, darling.
So sinister.
Chrissie, Sam, and Brownie.
The podcast.
Morning, Melbourne. Welcome to your Friday. It's going to be a beautiful day today and a little bit rainy later on. There you go. I've done the weather. Now you can speak, Sam Pang.
Good morning, everybody. Wonderful to see you
24
all.
degrees, Sam.
Really?
Yesterday was a cracker, wasn't it?
There was an absolute doozy.
Did anyone get out and enjoy it, or did you stay inside weeping and drinking red wine, Sam?
Quite the opposite, Christine. What was yesterday? I don't remember.
It's Thursday,
I had
the
lunch
20th.
Had lunch with Glenn Robbins and Kitty Flanagan yesterday.
How are they?
Well, astonishing. Kitty paid. That was the...
Really?
That was the
She's
big
coming
thing.
in next week.
Yes.
It's on our show
for
because
Fisk.
the new Fisk series, which you are not a part of, Sam.
That came up, yeah, absolutely. But no, I missed... What did I do? I know I was getting ready because we're off to Canberra. I'm off to Canberra tonight for the first leg of the comedians tour.
How are you feeling? Have you got a nervous tummy?
No, I'm feeling excited. Last night, Mick and I dropped into a little club in Reservoir called Mischief.
Yes, great.
Mischief there.
And they went bananas when they saw him.
What a complete surprise.
Oh, yeah. I was on the bill, but Mick was not. And basically, Mischief is a converted retail shop. But, mate, we were in a shop in Reservoir last night at about 9 o'clock.
How fantastic.
Man, it was with that. Well, of course, by the way, a Dave O'Neill run event.
Of course
Yeah, man.
it was.
So, top of the...
Did you get Uncle Martin? Because he lives nearby.
Could just to do warm up.
Yes.
What I
mate.
should have.
Imagine Uncle Martin as warm-up,
Yeah, but
warming
forget-
up the crowd
why
before
don't-
Mick Malloy and Sam
Why
Payne.
don't you just have him just playing darts, just doing a darts exhibition on the side
Yes.
to get everyone going?
While
Punching
smoking
anyone.
darts.
Yes.
Anyway.
Dartman.
No, so I'm going to miss our 24-degree day because I'm going to Canberra. But let me know how it goes.
I will. I'll keep you posted. I'll text you on the hour.
You do that.
Yeah.
We get a big announcement at 8:40, so keep that under your hat. Ask Brownie coming up later on.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
I want some tropical stuff.
You want a sense of the day, John?
Yes.
Love
What
one.
was that? You're excited.
I love one. I love the sense of the day.
Friday,
Actually, it's-
October 21, just like that. What?
To my great mate, one of my best mates from my footy days, Timmy Notting. Timmy the Possum Notting, from a premiership team, mate. Happy birthday to Possum, who won't be listening, of course, because he lives in Brisbane, but what a man. He had many a great footy trip to the old Poss.
Sam doesn't know what to say.
Happy birthday. He was a four-time download medal winner.
Whoa. Oh, what does that mean?
Download medal is best on ground on a footy trip.
Ah.
The 4-timer. Can you believe it? There you go.
What sort of antics wins you that accolade?
A lot of antics.
You should stop asking him questions because he'll just fill the space anyway with more and more useless information. Just to point out, you just delivered a birthday message to someone no one even knows to who is not listening.
A lot of antics, including an arrest on a Thai Airways flight. And a deportation. Anyway, that's all
he
good.
should be very honoured to get a mention because literally in 7 years that we've worked together, you've mentioned your kids' birthdays and Timmy nodding.
Yeah, I have to.
That's it.
That's all I can remember.
Please, Christine.
21st.
Possum.
Possum.
Hey, Lydia. Big news for my...
Your ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, I saw that.
Lydia Thorpe has resigned from the Greens leadership team over a relationship with a former bikie boss. Wow.
That's a shame.
I can't believe it. It's always tough to follow, but she's gone from me to a bikie boss. That's like...
she wanted a real man.
Wow.
Whoa!
All right. Settle down.
Agreed.
It's grade 5.
How many times do you think the bikie boss has watched The Bodyguard?
What do you mean? I don't think he's all right, isn't he? What?
I'm just saying, in comparison to you, do you think...
You went through 2 episodes, 2 runs of The Bodyguard and a box of tissues.
Yeah, but not...
Do you think they went through the same thing? That's what she's trying to say.
Not after Lydia broke up with me. That was after someone else broke up with me. That was a different one. Anyway, the Victorian senator has been forced to resign as the party's deputy leader, and there's calls for her expulsion from Parliament after it was emerged she failed to disclose a fling with ex-Victorian Rebels president Dean Martin, who's he's a ex-Victorian Rebels. But the problem
How long ago was this?
This was in May 2021, and she was working on a law enforcement committee, receiving daily briefings from the AFP on bikie gangs.
Whoa!
And so the AFP are now investigating whether sensitive information was shared. But we're not saying anything. That's just a story. What?
Any pillow talk?
John, that's the current affairs stuff from you. Just settle down, all right?
Just cutting through the words you're using. Too many words over there. They were concerned that there was pillow talk and exchange of information. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes.
Too many words over here.
Yes.
We're on radio, mate. Was that all right? That was actually just some information.
Good.
Some basic information. Big happy birthday to Tim Knowles too, by the way. Speaking of a lot of words to wish someone a happy birthday. The Bureau of Meteorology, Christine, has backtracked. Remember early on we spoke about how they'd refreshed their brand and they'd grabbed all these Twitter handles. Well, they didn't really. Anyway, they've conceded that the Australian public and the media can refer to the agency in any way they wish.
Yeah, because they originally said you must only refer to them as the Bureau of Meteorology.
Yeah, they didn't want to be called BOM.
BOM.
There's a big breath from you.
At significant cost, too. I think they spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on the rebrand.
$220,000 they revealed that the refresh costs. And now, after all that, they're just saying, nah, hey, we're only joking. We don't want to take ourselves too seriously. You can call us BOM if you want. Just get someone. Why won't someone come on this show anymore? Just because Deano asked one of them if they've ever made love in the rain. What's wrong with that?
That's a good question.
It's a great question.
With white T-shirts on.
Yes.
But I would argue the BOM has become more, Bureau of Meteorology, has become more in front of mind for us now since we've been able to shorten it. It gets referred to a lot.
Well, John, it's up to individual media outlets to determine how they refer to it. Hey, UK politics, the lettuce has won.
Yeah, the lettuce has won.
The lettuce has outlived. Remember we spoke about how there was newspaper was live streaming a photo of Liz Truss, the UK Prime Minister, and a lettuce, live streaming it to see which one would last longer.
Yeah.
And after 44 days, which is the quickest amount of time in power for a UK Prime Minister, Liz Truss has announced her resignation. Deano, I think you've got some audio there.
I was elected by the Conservative Party, and we set out a vision for a low-tax, high-growth economy that would take advantage of the freedoms of Brexit. I recognise, though, given the situation, I cannot deliver the mandate on which I was elected by the Conservative Party. I have therefore spoken to His Majesty the King to notify him that I am resigning as leader of the Conservative Party.
She's out.
Still a great night.
Hey, still a great night.
Yeah.
Also, what about this? It's old school politics, by the way. She made a promise, didn't deliver, and you're out. That doesn't seem to happen all the time anymore.
No.
The big one though, in her 44 days, there for the Queen and the King.
Yeah.
That's her.
Yeah.
She's front
That's
and
her
centre
legacy.
for all that stuff.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's power.
How's the lettuce doing? That's what I want to know.
That's the big one. I'll give you an update
Thank
later
you.
on.
Thank you.
The Powerball jackpot will surge to $160 million after another draw without Division 1 winners.
Is that the record for this country?
Absolutely, without a doubt.
Are you going to get a ticket in it? I think you've got to be in it, haven't you? Get a quick pick.
160 million. Quick pick.
As they say, Swanee, you got to be in it to win it.
That's it.
Too
Also,
wordy.
happy birthday. Happy birthday to Timmy
You've
Noddy.
lost your mind today, by the way. I'm just keeping an eye. I want to finish with one last thing.
Yeah.
Something closer to home. I got an announcement to make.
What?
Now, I've seen something that just says Childish Deano coming soon.
What?
What does that mean, Dean?
A damn cartoon comes out on November 7. I've been working away at this for like a year.
This is only 2 weeks away.
It's only 2 weeks away.
Childish Deano. What is it?
It's about a kid who's 8 who's remarkably like me, has my spirit, and it's going to be all over the internet in 2 weeks.
I was talking to a couple of friends about that, Luke McGregor and Harley Breen, and they both are in love with it.
Already?
Yeah, I've sent a few episodes around Funny Folk, and they're
Right, well, we've seen the one episode you sent. It's unbelievable.
5 stars.
Mate, there might be some familiar voices in it too.
We're very, very excited, very, very proud of you. And so when's the release date that everyone can wait for? Countdown?
November 7, but I'll be spamming everyone, so you can't miss it.
I think South Park will be a distant memory.
Correct.
Oh, absolutely.
Is that right, John?
Yeah.
By the way, that voice bit you did, I had to cut it. But
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
for a while, we've been doing this key change segment because a key change in a song just releases, feels like drugs in your brain.
Yeah.
It lifts you.
It does.
It lifts you.
It does lift ya.
Now, a Mount Rushmore of key changes, just as an example that we've done before, is 1993's I Have Nothing. From the film, Sam?
I have from the Bodyguard, from the soundtrack to the Bodyguard.
The great Whitney Houston. So I reckon the actual moment of a key change is like nitrous oxide in a car,
Yes.
giving it a bit of nos.
Turbo.
Yeah, let's enjoy. You telling me that's not doing something to you physically?
It absolutely is.
You know, whenever the Bodyguard does come up, it does do something to me, Dana. You know that. It's hurt.
So,
Would that come out first if you're in your breakup sort of breakup mood?
No, it's the classic.
Yeah, I'll always love you.
But we love this, Dana.
let's go to 2011's Love on Top by the great woman Beyonce.
This
and
is epic.
4 key changes.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
4.
Let's
Yeah,
roll.
She's a freak.
She hits the NOS button 4 times.
Thanks, Mike.
What?
Yes.
Not, that's it. That's got to be it, right?
Yeah.
Surely there's no more. Yes.
That's nice.
Great.
It's madness. She's playing God.
Yeah, she's insane.
She's flying close to the sun. That's
Now-
all I'll say, Dana.
People have been sending a lot of suggestions on Instagram, and please send yours at Dean on Air. I love these. This is off Broadway a little bit. In the year 2000, an Australian woman went to number 1 with a hit called "We Think It's Love." Anyone remember this?
Yeah.
Leah Hayward.
Yeah.
Just,
How
you
old's
know,
that? How old's this one?
mate, 2000. So 22 years ago that came out. Were you in high school or at Brisbane?
No,
again?
I just started at Brisbane. I used to play this before I ran out.
Of course.
Get myself fired up. Lethal said ACDC's no good. You need something softer.
So it came and went. It was a one-hit wonder, but does she hit the NOS button, old Leah Hayward?
She. Yes. Leah. You sly old dog.
You cheeky woman.
Yes.
Now let's go retro. I got a lot of suggestions for this one. So 1986. Ever heard of Genesis?
Yes.
And the great song, Invisible Touch.
Oh, this is one of the greats.
Your pants will be blown off, Melbourne.
They will. I'm going to hang on to my pants.
Keep them on.
Hope you're wearing a belt, Melbourne.
I feel wearing a belt. Here it comes.
Deano, can you give Melbourne just a brief chance to retrieve their pants as they just get blown down the street because they're off?
Put your pants back on.
Want to see what happens in the studio? Check it out on Facebook. Follow Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
Follow the pathway to becoming a registered builder with Trade Institute of Victoria. Check out TIV Building Courses. RTO 21920.
One man. Many questions.
Why do footy players remove their mouth guard when taking a set shot for goal? Why does a dog chew tissues?
Why, apparently, as we get older, do only our ears and nose get bigger?
Have all the answers.
I run on my face.
Ask Brownie.
The noses not only get bigger, but they also get hairier. You notice that?
Yes, I have
See lots
noticed
of old
that.
men with hair sprouting out of the top of their nose.
Should you tell them? Should you? Could they?
That's a good
No,
question. That's a good
I think
question.
you should always carry tweezers and just pluck it for them.
That's a good
Community
question,
service.
Sam. You should ask that. Ask Brownie.
Go. Ask me, Sam.
Nah.
Okay, let's go to Karen from Broadmeadows. Hi, Karen.
Got him.
Hey guys, how are you?
What's your question for Brownie?
Hey Brady, what do you do for a girl who's turning 16 that doesn't really have any friends to celebrate?
What do you get a 16-year-old girl for her birthday who has no friends? What did you get as a 16-year-old boy, Brownie, who had no friends? Remember what you got?
I got a Duncan Fernley cricket bat.
Yeah, which
my dad didn't strap down on
And
a family trip and it flew away.
Did you give it a name and you kind of talked to it? It was your friend.
You told it secrets.
16 years old, you would have got a contract from the Brisbane Lions that year, wouldn't you?
Yes, yeah. And I was
Brady would have got it all.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mum was well paid that year.
Yeah, that's true. Come on, Karen. What do you get? For Karen, what do you get a 16-year-old girl for her birthday? Who's
Is that the question, or what do you do to celebrate a birthday with a?
Yeah, how do you celebrate it?
How do you celebrate with a child who has no friends?
Oh,
this is sad.
Jeez, you put me on the spot here. I'm taking my young bloke go-karting next week for his birthday, but it's probably not that appealing to a 16-year-old girl.
Karen, can I ask?
Yeah. What about skydiving? Would she be interested in skydiving?
Jesus.
No, I think she's scared of heights.
Oh, well, you got to have a crack at it.
Karen, what do you mean she has no friends?
So she was at another school and she was constantly getting picked on and she didn't want to be there. She was basically hiding in the toilet because she didn't want to be at school. And the one friend she did have just moved to Ballarat last year, and the other friend she had passed away this year with leukemia.
Oh,
Karen,
God,
what about this?
Karen.
What about this? A surprise trip to Ballarat.
Yes.
Bang.
Yeah, I just don't know where the friend lives in Ballarat.
All right then.
So you go to Sovereign Hill.
So at the moment,
Karen,
we've got go-karting.
Go-karting and skydiving. No, I'm going to go to. Does she like music? Is she very musical, Karen?
Yes.
Beautiful. You can buy her some sort of speaker with a microphone, and then just sort of have a crack at home and sing along, like some sort of karaoke machine, or at least a speaker with the music, and then she's in the safety of her own home. She can just cut loose. She can be just have a bit of fun in that way.
Can I
she's
suggest?
musical. I'm just trying to find a strength in her.
Brownie, can I suggest this? If she's into music, why don't we organise tickets? Why don't you organise tickets for her to see a concert?
Well, we can do that.
You can do that.
What does she like?
She loves Billie Eilish.
So
Billie
classic teenage stuff.
Billie Eilish is just been.
Yeah.
Have we got someone else going?
Surely we can find her some tickets.
Of course.
Post Malone?
Watch this space.
I reckon I can tee up some Post Malone tickets for her,
I think
Karen.
Dua Lipa's coming
Oh,
soon
that's awesome.
too.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Karen.
Good on you, Kaz. All the best. Wish her a happy birthday.
God, I wouldn't be a teenager again for quids, would you?
Turbulent.
Oh,
Jake.
it's the hardest time.
Jake in Altona North. What's your question for Jonathan?
G'day. I want to know how the internet works.
Jake, I'm going to tell you you're a smart ass.
No, it's a genuine question.
I reckon. No, I can tell. He already knows. He already knows the answer to this, and because we've had this question before.
Have we?
Yes, we have.
It's a very aggressive answer so far.
May I offer you a tidbit, Jonathan?
Please.
There are actual cables, internet cables, that connect the continents. So through the ocean, there are hard cables that connect the continents.
Thanks for the answer, Deano.
I didn't know that.
Well, that's not necessarily the answer. It's just
Sonny, should
cool.
we have known that?
Probably, but I didn't.
Yeah, Jake, do you know the answer to this?
No, I have no idea.
That's why he's asking the question, Brownie.
There is internet cables. There's a series of communication cables. There's obviously Wi-Fi. There's obviously massive...
Obviously.
There's obviously big drivers in massive warehouses just collating all the information.
Sure.
And then when you want it, Jakey, or Dino, or any of us want the information, it just gets pinged out to you. Happy with that answer?
Brilliant, thank you.
The answer is it gets pinged out to you.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Obviously.
I got another question for you. Will Ross Lyon be announced as St Kilda coach anytime soon, Brownie?
Yeah, next week.
There you
Next
go.
week? All right,
There you
then.
go. You got the
I can't
answer.
believe you answered the question.
Chrissie, Sam, and Brownie.
Something happened yesterday and I felt great shame. And what a normal person would do is not share that. But I'm not normal.
You're a psycho.
So I bring you this story. It is a shameful example of the ultimate first world problem. And 1324, tell me, I've actually got a bit of time here. If you have experienced a first world problem, not a third world problem, very different. First world problem, give us a call. So I have a cleaner, right?
Whoa!
Yeah, full disclosure, I do have a cleaner.
One for each floor?
No. That comes in and mops the floors when no one's at home. Otherwise, it's like a slip and slide in there with all those people. And she does other stuff too. It's my favourite day of the week, of course, because I get home and the house doesn't look like it's been ransacked.
Does she roll darts for you as well?
She does all of it.
That's handy.
Yeah, just cuts my cocaine, everything. There's just a little mirror next to my bed. I've written a to-do list, and she ticks off everything. She's amazing. I love her. Anyway, she does do something that upsets me, and that is she thinks my favourite drinking bottle, my water bottle, is rubbish because it's a Fiji water bottle, right? For some reason, they're the best to drink from. You just get them from the servo. But they're the best to drink from, wouldn't you agree?
The bigger ones? Or
The bigger ones. The bigger ones. And so if I get thirsty in the night or if I'm upstairs and I get thirsty, I've got, I drink water.
Is that water from Fiji?
I don't know. Good question. I don't
It
think
must
so.
be, John.
Must
Would
be.
they lie to us?
Must be.
If it's from Fiji, you want to be heavily treated before it goes in that bottle.
That's true. That's true. Anyway, that's my favourite water bottle and she thinks it's rubbish and so every week she throws out my water bottle and then I have to go to the servo and buy another one and then I use it for a week and then she throws it out again. And this has been going on for ages. And I feel funny saying to her, that's not rubbish. That's my water bottle. So instead, I went to Minimax yesterday and I bought a carafe and glass set that I'm going to put on my bedside table, which clearly doesn't look like rubbish.
Jeez, I hope she throws it out. I reckon wouldn't that be awesome? That goes as well. You got to buy a new one every week.
Yeah, that's right.
And the woman at Minimax said to me, first of all, she said, you've qualified for a $25 voucher, which I'm excited about.
They're good, those $25.
So good. And I'm not going to lose this one.
I don't know if you're aware of this, Deano, but those $25 vouchers at Minimax,
They're really good.
Buy carafes.
She handed it to me. She handed it to me with a very solemn face and she said, it's like cash.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah, it's like
good.
cash, which is code for if you lose it, you're stuffed. And I did lose the last one, $25 down the drain. So I'm hanging on to that one for the next time I need a carafe.
It's like cash, but not at the strippers, by the way.
True.
Well,
I
I'm sure a
found that-
stripper would love a $25 Minimax voucher.
Found that out the hard way.
Everyone
You
does.
take coins to the strippers and it doesn't work.
Anyway, as I was explaining the story, she goes, oh, these are lovely. And I said, yes. And then because I'm still not used to really shops being open and how you shop. And we've been locked down a long time. I'm relearning how to interact with people. And I've noticed I've been giving too much information away. And I told her the entire story.
Oh, my
And
God.
even she was looking at me like, are you serious? So I thought you guys would like that, and you can rip the shit out of me if you want.
Hey, fact check. Fiji water, 100% from Fiji.
It is from Fiji.
Really? Our flash.
That would explain why mine's full of cigarette butts and ring pulls.
Hey,
I don't know what to say, Sonny. I don't know what to say. Do you think this is fixed?
Is it full of shame? Should I be full of shame?
No, that's okay.
How much do you want to reveal? How much is a carafe?
$24.95. Oh no, $89. The $24.95 one wasn't as nice, so I went for the expensive one. $89, but it comes with a free glass.
Right.
It's that little touch that's made you a champion to Middle Australia. You know that, don't you?
There it is.
Chrissie, Sam, and Brownie.
The podcast.
Morning, Melbourne. Welcome to your Friday. It says that it's going to be 24 degrees, but also rainy. How does this occur, Jonathan?
Bit of rain, paint. Tonight, that means I'll have to sit out in front of a movie. Deano, I need a suggestion. I've got a little Bam Bam.
Yeah.
Our son. Friday night at the movies, no footy on. What's the suggestion? I always come to Deano. Every time I need a movie
I don't
for
miss.
Bam Bam.
What
he
about
doesn't
the
miss.
film adaptation of Nora Ephron's Heartburn, starring Jack Nicholson and Meryl Streep?
Is that a bit over his head?
Probably.
He's a 9-year-old boy, Dino.
Okay.
Bam Bam, you did claim Ted last weekend, which as a parent was questionable.
Jeez, I didn't realise Ted.
Gone in
half an hour in, anyway.
Gone in 60 seconds is a perfect amount of spicy, but not too spicy. His little mind, little Bam Bam's mind, will be blown when Nick Cage starts nicking cars.
Good one. That's a good one. I've got
Angelina Jolie as well.
You don't
I've got
worry that
two.
he's going to get some ideas.
I've got two.
Yes.
Days of Thunder.
I love that.
Thank you.
Love it. Harry Hogg.
Or Schindler's List.
I might stick to Dino's suggestion.
Do you want to see what this looks like? Well, get the visuals on Instagram. Follow Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
7 hours to wait for Taylor's new album.
Taylor Day.
I already love it. 3 p.m. today, midnight.
Line up at the record store, Swan.
I would have been outside the front of Brash's with my voucher.
Where was that, Pops? What are we doing at 3 o'clock?
We're lining up at the record store. You'll have to get there before 3, though. Mate, the lineups will be starting now.
Were you a Sanity or a Brash's man?
Capricorn Records in Warrnambool. Yes. Mate, there was 2 entries. The front door and the back door. It was so big, you could line up at either, Sam.
Like
What about the exits?
Hey, they were the 2.
How did you get out? By the same doors?
I went in the front door and out the back.
Whoa.
Straight through. Like a storm.
Like Prince.
It's Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
Yeah, it
Shane
is.
Was just out the door. He'll be in here very soon.
Just some things that have come across the desk during the week, Swanee.
Sure.
Not that I have a desk, but I was listening earlier in the week to that accountant that you were talking about, who wanted to go out with a bang, so he stole £170,000 from his bosses and spent it in one weekend on cocaine and prostitutes.
What a way to go.
Darren Carville, who he ended up going inside for 2 and has been sent to jail for 2.5 years.
His photo, he looks like a real sex machine too.
Doesn't he?
Oh yeah.
I just wanted to say, by the way, that man, that's a hell of a weekend, isn't it?
That is a big weekend.
It's a hell of a weekend. It's a good way to go out because I think you pointed out that those memories are for life.
Mate.
Do you know what I mean? He's going to have those memories are for life, whereas being a sex toy to your cellmate in prison is only for 2.5 years. So this is you got to weigh it up.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
I'm just saying.
Long after he's a sex toy, those memories.
The 2.5 years will fly by, right?
Is it worth it?
Well,
I'm gonna say yes.
I tell you what, it'd be a hell of an interview with Darren after 2.5 years.
Yes, that's what you'd ask.
He'd be exhausted, by the way.
Absolutely.
But good times.
Probably not a Brownie's poll question.
No regrets.
What would you prefer?
That's what I'd say. No regrets. That's if I'm Darren. Hey, this is astonishing to me. Because I kind of not really remember that the T20 World Cup is on at the moment, Brownie.
Yeah. Australia plays England next Friday night at the MCG.
Did you know that, Swanee?
I didn't. I'm not a cricket person.
Well, I don't know if I am anymore, considering there's so many games that mean nothing.
The T20 World Cup's big, though.
You tell me that. I found out that do you know the West Indies were defeated by Scotland on Monday in Hobart? Scotland.
I was aware of that.
A minnow, Swanee. not a traditional cricketing powerhouse.
No.
They defeated the West Indies by 42 runs in Hobart. Now, I'm more than happy to admit, and also it's a bit of a cliche, but playing Scotland in Hobart is traditionally very tough, right? Everyone knows that. You don't have to know cricket that's a tough matchup.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
Oh
though?
my God, how the mighty have fallen, Brownie.
That would be like carving off Tasmania here, and then so the Tasmania were their own country, and they took on, another cricketing nation. They'd be still a reasonable chance because they have a lot of talent there.
Swanee,
They're part of England.
This is not this transcends. I care. I've seen as much of this T20 World Cup as you have.
Yes.
All I'm saying is it's like, wow, I grew up with the West Indies being a powerhouse, one of the greatest teams in the history of sport.
Yes.
You can name them. No, you could name 3 West Indian cricketers from that era. Viv.
Imran Khan.
Yeah, let's stop there. When I say you could name 3 cricketers from the West Indies,
I don't like cricket.
Imran Khan, the current president of Pakistan.
He played cricket.
Ex-president.
He played cricket.
He did play, not for the West Indies, for Pakistan.
Okay.
Whatever. Be a fair effort, by the way, if a West Indian cricketer post-career went on to become the Prime Minister of Pakistan.
That'd be fantastic.
Viv Richards.
Yeah.
Clive Lloyd. Mm-hmm. Richie Richardson. This is a famous era, and now they're losing to Scotland.
No.
Oh my God.
Gladstone Small.
Thank you.
No,
He's
he's
from England.
Thank you, Deano.
You two. All right, I learned something there. Not to talk cricket with you two. That's fine.
Nah.
What else have I got?
Rounders, on the other hand.
Mate. Rounders?
Bring me that little tiny bat.
What's the difference between rounders and T-ball?
Rounders is like baby cricket and T-ball is like baby baseball.
You could have been a hell of a T-baller.
Yeah.
I knew that. I knew that answer. Can I just have some...
Well done, Swan.
Other things that have come across. Oh, remember we mentioned Elon Musk's fragrance, Swanee?
Yeah.
You told me it smells like burnt hair.
Yes, burnt hair. And it's sold like millions of bottles or something.
Absolutely. So he's going again with edition 2. This one, though, considering it's this next fragrance is kind of honouring how his family made their fortune. So this one's called Blood Diamonds. This one.
Yes.
There's some hard-hitting political stuff there, Joe.
Hey,
what about the new king?
Really?
What?
Oh, that's good.
The new king.
Should do more of that.
The new king, Swanee. King
Yes,
Charles.
King Charles, yeah.
Set to appear on a reality television show.
Oh, dear.
Absolutely.
What's
I've got it here.
happened?
It's called
The Crown?
The Repair Shop. It's a reality television show in the UK called The Repair Shop, where people bring their heirlooms in to be fixed. So, and he's appearing on it. So I don't know what he's bringing in. He could bring in Prince Andrew to in an attempt to restore his reputation. But I don't know what what the new king is bringing in. But he has said he's going on a reality show, Brownie. Is that amazing?
Good.
That's odd. I think he should bring in his fingers and say what's going on here.
Oh, my God, what is going on there?
Into sausages.
I tell you what, if he's going on reality shows, is it totally unrealistic to expect him to just pop up on The Amazing Race with Bo Ryan soon? Do you know, man? Like, what's next for him if he's going to just start doing the rounds?
Yeah, that'd be good. Well,
RBT, come on. Let's go.
What about Meghan Markle's podcast? Will you make an appearance on that?
Archetypes.
What?
Archetypes.
Oh, yeah, who'd she have on yesterday? Oh, she had someone on
Paris
yesterday.
Paris Hilton.
Yeah. The other thing is just if you're joining us, Liz Truss versus the lettuce. It's over.
We have a winner.
The
And it's
lettuce
not
has
Liz
won.
Truss.
The lettuce has won.
Still edible.
The lettuce has outlived the now ex-UK Prime Minister.
I wonder if she would have done better against a Truss tomato.
That's a swish.
What else I got for you?
You know what she should have done? What would have really endeared it to the public is in the press conferences she came out with a chopping board and that lettuce and just carved it up and made that nice salad
Made the
that Olivia Wilde made.
infidelity salad.
There's a good salad. Hey,
Dressing.
I don't know if it's been addressed. Well, definitely hasn't been addressed while I've been on air, but good friend of our show, Nathan Broad.
Brodie.
Brodie got married during the week.
Yeah.
On Monday.
Yeah, we were aware of that.
Yeah, but you weren't there, though.
No.
You weren't there, Swanee. I wasn't there. I tell you,
was.
Yeah, Jack was there. So I just thought it'd be interesting. Nathan Broad and Taylor.
Yo.
Well, how was the wedding, Jack?
It was
you
awesome.
were there, or it was an interstate wedding?
It was awesome. There were fireworks, which my
Fireworks?
7-year-old self was impressed with.
Jeez.
at night or during the day?
At night. Taylor's parents surprised her with fireworks, and the mum goes, "Oh, were you excited? Were you excited?" And Taylor goes, "The three dudes in the hazmat suit sticking stuff into the grass sort of gave it away, but it was still awesome." And then the recovery was even more fun.
Great. Sounds like a great
What about
wedding.
the actual ceremony?
Did
they write their own vows?
They did. Brodie was funny. Like, he did a bit of stand-up in it.
He is funny.
Yeah.
During the vows.
Yeah. Complaining about her 101 effing pillows.
Wow.
Bed. Yeah, that was great.
I'd have the same complaint. Was Dusty there?
No, he wasn't.
Whoa! What? Barmy.
No, Barmy didn't get a call up.
Barmy wasn't there.
What?
No, Barney wasn't invited. Dusty was.
Does he know that Barmy does the contracts at Richmond?
I don't think Brodie would.
Dimmer?
No.
Whoa! Didn't invite your coach. Hold on.
Koch was there.
Okay. I got a quick one for you. Thank you, Jackie. Did you get married during your playing career?
Yeah.
So what's the protocol with you're there with 40 teammates and coach and how many did you invite from the team?
I don't know. It might have been 10 or 12. But I had a fair few ex-teammates that had retired at that stage. And, of course, you always invite the head coach and the list manager.
Was Lee Matthews
salary cap man.
Was Lee Matthews at your wedding?
Yeah, he was the celebrant. Did a great job, Lethal.
He was the bride.
He was, really.
No, he was good. He was fantastic. When I told that story about the people getting kicked out of the wedding, a couple of teammates kicked out of the wedding for just getting a little bit carried away. Lethal wasn't one of them.
No.
He was well behaved.
Of course.
Very well behaved. He got up, hit the dance floor as well.
Oh, my God, imagine that.
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast. Shane Crawford, an AFL legend, Brownlow medalist and premiership player for the Hawthorn Hawks, which is why you can see him as the Pharaoh in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat from November 13. Go to josephthemusical.com.au. Here's Crawf.
Welcome, Crawf.
Thank you very much. It's great to see you all.
Is this role a dream come true? And what do your days of training and rehearsal look like?
Well, it is flat out at the moment. And firstly, I know it's Friday. I've been in a long time ago, and Sam was never here on
13
Fridays.
months ago it's been
so
since we've
what
seen
a
you.
pleasant surprise. It was very nice to see you, Sam.
Whenever I see you, Crawf, you always start with what seems to be a sincere gesture of...
I have nothing but love
it seems
for all
like
of
there's something underneath.
We didn't bury you in the 6 o'clock hour, did we? Or did you come in on a Friday?
Bury.
No, well, whenever I come in, Sam's never around. But as you said, I haven't been in for it.
What's
quite
your
some
problem
time.
with me? What's your problem, seriously?
No problem. There's only love.
Fight.
Only love within. You'd want to fight?
Yes. Come on.
I'd put 5 on his chin before he knew it.
You would too.
That is true.
I'm not a fighter.
That is true.
I'm not a fighter.
How's pre-season going? You're looking good.
Pre-season. Well, as I said, it's flat out at the moment, just trying to keep up with everyone. We've got these kids who are 8, 9 years of age, and I tell you what, they bring so much energy to this musical, and then you've got the adults who are absolute professionals, and then there's me, just trying to work it all out, and I'm loving it. I'm loving the challenge. The reason I accepted, to be a part of it is to be challenged and to feel alive and to jump out of bed going,
Nothing better.
Oh, yeah. So every day I'm on edge thinking, okay, what do I do next? And each day, the big bosses have come over from the UK and each day they just rip the Band-Aid off a bit more and go, okay, now we put this in and now add this layer. And, you go to bed going, oh, my goodness, right, left, right, okay, get the voice right, which is obviously an issue, to work on singing
Good
in
on
tune.
you, Crawf. This is
and,
huge.
Yeah.
So you're struggling with the dancing and you can't sing. You seem like a perfect choice for the role, Crawf.
Well, that's it. Well, I am definitely the weakest link. So, but I'm up for the challenge and I'm looking forward to it.
I defended you during the week and Sam was throwing some shade on you.
I did not.
And because of your casting, there's been some criticism around your casting, and I said, you're always a very talented dancer and used to dominate the footy show review.
This is very different, I can assure you right now. We've got a lot of people who've just come off Broadway and now they're telling all their family and friends that they're working with me. How's that going?
You're saying it's different. Are you not dressed as a woman for this?
You're not allowed to be. No, not these days.
No, this
Things
is-
have changed. It's not the footy show.
Oh, right. I'm just asking genuine questions. I've got a...
Although they were good days where we had a free licence.
They were different days
Yes.
too. I've got a question. What is the actual story of Jason and the Technicolor Dreamcoat?
Well,
I've never
Joseph.
seen it.
You
Joseph,
think-
sorry, what
well,
did I
it's
say?
about
Jason?
Egypt and Joseph.
Jason the Argonaut.
Well, Jason Donovan's actually playing the role that I'm playing in the UK at the moment, and they said, "Why don't we fly you out and you can learn from the very best?" But I said, "No, that's going to freak me out." So I said, "I'll just put my own little spin on it."
Yeah.
But it's about Egypt, and he heads off to jail. But it's fun. There's kids. It's all in song, and it's very family friendly. And the thing is about musicals and concerts. They're the happiest places in the world because everyone leaves feeling good about themselves, whereas a sporting event, only half the crowd leaves happy.
Nice.
So,
That's a good point.
so it's obviously heading into Christmas, and after Christmas, grab your family, friends. It's a good excuse to go along and just come and experience something different.
Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. November 13 kicks off. Go to josephthemusical.com.au. All right, footy questions, go.
Footy?
Do you think Ross Lyon coming back to coach St Kilda? is
I
a
thought you
good
were going to
move?
drill me about Hawthorn. I'm like, don't drill me about Hawthorn. Which
not
is
much.
good. Yeah.
Well, it's not a great topic, the Hawthorn one at the moment.
No, it's not. It's not. But I've got nothing but love for that football club.
Ross Lyon, though. What
Ross
about the
Lyon.
Ross Lyon one, Crawford?
Well, I really feel for Brett Ratton because I thought he did a pretty good job. He's the last coach to defeat Geelong. They lost to the Swans by 15 points in their last game. They just missed out on the finals, and then you get rid of someone who's so good at bringing, players together. And I thought he did a reasonable job. So it's
He's saying St Kilda is a shambles.
no, it's a tough job, isn't it, to be a coach? You would never want to be an AFL coach.
Well, I don't think I'm going to be one, Crawford.
No, and if Jonathan ever thinks about it, talk
Yes.
him out of it. For goodness sake, he's
Jonathan.
working with
Brownie.
with a great team here. Don't go there. You don't need to. You don't need to put your family through that. You don't need to put yourself through that. And when the boards turn on you, and you only need one person in that board to turn on you, there's no coming back.
No one's going to turn on Brownie ever.
It's funny, that's what my big announcement was at 8:40.
Oh, is it? You're going to go in the coach. Who are you going to coach?
Well,
Which team?
North Melbourne at the moment. No, hopefully Clark will be back.
Crawford.
Hopefully Clark will be
Wonderful
back.
football question. Are you currently still presenting on postcards?
No, I'm not doing any.
Oh, do you not do
TV
any
stuff.
postcards?
No,
anymore?
I just
Were you ever nominated for a Walkley for your stuff on
postcards
postcards?
was never nominated
Oh, really?
for a Logie. We were always very upset.
No, I said a Walkley.
Oh, Walkley. I don't even know what a
writing,
Walkley
isn't it?
is.
It's the Journalism Award.
That's all right. I'm
I
just saying
do- I
because,
go
you
for
know,
one every morning.
He's ripping the shit out of you.
you did some hard-hitting stuff on postcards from what I saw.
Hey, it's a great little show that's been going for such a long time and gives everyone a bit of a snapshot of where to go and what to do.
I get it,
I
mate.
love it.
If I want to find the best bakery in Kyneton or something, I get it, mate. Yours is the
If you're ever doing a road trip, ring me because I can tell you where you need to go. And
I don't doubt that for a second.
and you're going on tour, so I can tell you where to go and get a nice little sandwich somewhere or a hot dog.
Jonathan?
Just one last final footy question before
Yes.
Deano loads up with one. What's it like? You are in a rare group of players to retire after their last game of football they ever play is with a premiership medallion around their neck. At the end of the game. Premiership. Like Joel Selwood, the former captain of the Geelong Football Club. What is that feeling like?
Well, I hear a lot of players saying, I was very happy with my career and I never got the premiership, but, you got to be happy with where you get to. I wouldn't have been happy. I would have been, a very angry little old man as I got a bit older, not having that success. So it was nice to be able to have that decision. It was very hard because Hawthorn, I had bad knee and it needed some surgery or 6 months off, and they offered me a contract and the money was it was like $400,000 to play half a year. I know that's what you guys get each month, but so it's to play half a year, and your head goes to a different space. You're like, well, that's pretty good. I could
It's crazy
feed
money.
the chooks and the kids and all sorts of things, and then but it's not about that. It's like, okay, what is my heart telling me to do? You've got to have the passion and the drive, and yeah, there was no better way to finish with the ultimate, but I would have probably still been playing today if we hadn't been able to win.
Yeah.
Crawford, it's good to see you. And Joseph the Musical.
Yes, please come along. I've got you some tickets, front row tickets, so you're going to love that, Sam. Right up your alley.
Yeah, just leave him at the box office. I'll
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
Melbourne, you beautiful city. Good morning. It's Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Nova 100.
Yes, we've been teasing all morning that we've got a big announcement after 8:30, so I guess we're here. We found ourselves here, the four of us in this studio, where we have been turning up and loving each other and you listening for 7 years. But today's announcement, and I understand it's going to come as a shock to a lot of you, because we have relied on each other in this studio and out of the studio, particularly over the last few years, for each other's sanity and connection. But Chrissie, Sam and Brownie, that's us three chumps.
And Deano.
Yeah.
Are not.
And Dean.
And the great Dean are not going to be in your ears and on Nova 100 next year. We are leaving on a high, I think is fair to say.
Absolutely, Swanee.
And this is the fourth time I've had to do this because I've been in radio for 7,000 years. And I always said to you, Sam, since the beginning of us working together, we're all having a great time now, but when it ends, it's going to be bad.
I've always said it
always ends badly. It always ends badly. But I'm very pleased to say to you on this occasion, I am wrong. This is not ending badly.
Absolutely not.
We are all still incredibly close. We're like a family.
Having plenty of fun too, Swanee.
We're still having lots of fun, but for lots of different reasons. And I don't think you need to be a, genius to work them out. I think it's a good idea to put a bow on the gift that has been this entire experience for all of us and bow out gracefully.
Absolutely. And it's not our last day.
No.
So we'll obviously finish the year out.
Isn't it?
No, you've still got to come
Sam.
to work. We've still got plenty of time.
I was wondering why you brought in all those boxes. You've still got to finish. You've got to finish in December like the rest of us, Sammy.
John, how you feeling?
I'm a bit like Tom Brady. I'm retiring to spend more time with my family.
Jeez,
and,
mate,
so we'll expect you back here next year?
Yeah.
You'll be co-hosting with Smallsy in about 44 days then.
40 days and we'll be back. So, absolutely. Geez, we've had a good time, Swanee.
We really have.
Obviously, the highlight was travelling away together. We spend a lot of time socially together as well. So, it's not just here, four knuckleheads all together. And then we walk out of the studio and we don't talk to each other. Spend lots of time socially. We had plenty of fun, which we'll continue to do.
Yes.
And Sam...
yes, John.
Sam, maybe not you. Maybe you just stay out of my life. I need a bit of a spell for a while.
I know after, usually when it gets to me, there's supposed to be, I'm supposed to be a bit lighthearted. But I just wanted to say it's been a wonderful experience. I've loved my 7 years here with you guys. And, we are going to continue to have fun for the remainder of the year. And it's just been a joy to work with such a wonderful team. And that's it. So sometimes doors close for new ones to open. So that's what'll happen with everyone.
And I do want to say to our beautiful listeners who really have been so important, I won't speak for anybody else, but have been really important for me. You've been a touchstone for me, and I hope that I've been a touchstone for you. I understand, I was a radio listener before I was on the radio, and I just remember it being the worst day of my life when the team that I loved, said that they were not coming back. So I'm sorry for that as well, and the shock and the sadness that you're feeling today. But we're going to have a great time until we finish. And we're here for you. You can call us anytime and we'll try and counsel you through the
I probably
trauma.
won't pick up, by the way.
Sam
I'm not manning
doesn't
the
care.
phones, if you know what I mean. Dino, what have you got? Because, mate, you are beloved. By the way, you've been the breakout of the 7 years, by the way, because when we first met you, we didn't even... For me, you and Jack Charles, it's been the big discovery for me. But you...
Early, I was asking you for money and whatnot.
That hasn't stopped.
No, still going.
This has been a damn party for 7 years. And I love the idea that we've been in people's lives, say, like at the start of their high school throughout their entire run on their way to school. That's beautiful to me.
It's a great honour.
And my God, the fun has been criminal. We've been stealing money for 7 years.
Absolutely, it has
No,
been.
but you actually have been literally stealing money from the petty cash on the way out. That's
And
the
while
problem.
we're making announcements, I'm excited to say that I'll be joining Dennis Walton.
Name a more iconic duo.
I don't listen to that show.
Dino and Dennis is going to be big, brother.
Dino, I would listen to you anywhere with anyone.
We'll see.
So, yeah, is that it, Swanee? Thank you to
reckon that's
everyone. We're going through till the
Absolutely.
end of the year.
Obviously, thanks to the team. The backroom staff make it strong. But, Swanee, you summed it up. Thank you to the listener.
Thank you so much. We've had an absolute ball.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
Hey, everybody, it's Friday. What does it mean?
End of the week, look back, what it was, what it is, what we did, what we didn't. End of the week of getting out of bed with your alarm ringing at your head instead of getting ready for the weekend. Let's go through the week, little bit of Brownie, a little bit of Chrissie, somewhere in between there's hang next, all free, cheap, time celebrate, it's Friday! We put our hands up to the start of the weekend with the cheat sheet of the week.
Hi, let's get on with it. And what an upbeat song to transition to. The nostalgia in your brain is racking to work out what this is. I'll tell you after. Anyway, Chrissie's trying to get rid of her books.
I find it very hard to throw books away, and I have found someone that will come and pick them up to resell them.
Have you got Jonathan Brown's Life and Football?
I have a whole shelf of that, and I've kept it.
I've got a whole garage of it. So, sure, it's a fire hazard, but it doesn't matter. I'll be found under a stack of them, dead.
Good one, Sam. Hey, remember this classic show?
Under the shade of the book tree's branches.
The book place. Hey, remember that bookworm that had the striking resemblance to Gamble Bro? Hey, before you get mad at me, Google it, okay? It's uncanny. Let's move on, but I know I'm going to get in trouble for that. Continuing on with Monday, we had Mystic Chrissie.
Hello, Mary.
Hello, Chrissie. How are you?
Good. I've been getting messages from the other side all morning. I'm just going to say I can see a small white dog.
I want one.
Right.
She ran over one yesterday.
Sam had some breaking news.
I've got some breaking news, John. The Brisbane Lions have immortalised our own Jonathan Brown up there at the Gabba.
Yes.
The,
Wasn't aware of
the
this.
stand at the Vulture Street end has been renamed the Jonathan Brown Stand due to the fact that's where you sat for the last 2 years of your career.
Hugh Jackman came up in conversation.
Hugh Jackman turned, how old do you reckon? Hugh Jackman?
54.
Wow, you're on fire. Well done.
Whoa!
Yep. So we go back and forth and
Wow.
54. Am I the only one who thinks he's aging terribly? Is that just me?
Chrissie informed us about BTS's predicament.
K-pop band BTS have confirmed that members will undertake military service in South Korea. It is compulsory. It's required for all citizens between the ages of 18 and 30. BTS, the oldest member, is 29, so time is ticking.
Look at desk jobs, surely.
Nah, frontline him.
Frontline, you reckon?
Right on the border.
Sam told us about one of his absolute dreams.
Oh, there'd be nothing better than to be immortalised in action figure.
It'd be a dream of yours.
Oh, my God.
What would you wear if you were immortalised in a doll? Like, what's your costume? Obviously, Tina's in her iconic.
I'm not sure I have. Yeah, I'm not sure I have a go-to. You know, with you, Brownie, you are. If people think of you, you are in full kit. The Brisbane Lions, you're a warrior. Swanee, what do you got? We don't have necessarily have uniforms.
I reckon for you, like a leather harness and billiard ball in your mouth.
As long as I'm oiled up, you know what I mean? That's
This week was filled with news, and on Tuesday we had some more.
News from Syria. A 1,600-year-old mosaic has been uncovered depicting the Trojan War, which is amazing. It's beautiful, you know, and another 1,500-year-old mosaic has been uncovered in Syria depicting Triple M's playlist. So
Triple M. Now were with Wednesday, and Brownie was bloody excited.
Robbo's just put in his top 50 today.
Whoa!
Ah, yes, I'm up and about, Swanee. So
Sure you don't want Brodie in here for this?
no, I don't need
Are you
Brodie.
sure?
He could go top to toe with
I
it.
don't even need Swanee to sing Talking Footy. This is bigger than footy.
Whoa.
This is life.
You hear that, dude?
I did.
Say that again.
This is bigger than footy. This is life.
From Robbo from AFL 360 to someone who has nothing in common, Nath Valvo.
Firstly, I want to say a shout out to my mother Lynn because she got scammed a couple of months ago. She got a message on her WhatsApp saying, "Hey mum, it's your son. I have a new number." Right? And she's like, "Oh, okay, well, it's probably Nathan because he's a trash bag and loses his phone." And said, "Okay," and responded to the text. And then they responded, "I need money."
My mum would never get that. She blocked me a long time ago.
As I said before, it's a very newsy week, and we had more news about an exhibition opening soon.
Kylie Minogue's iconic hot pants will be displayed in a new pop culture collection. In the depths of Hamer Hall at the Art Centre, from June next year, guided tours will lead the public through a star-studded and permanent underground exhibition, which includes Kylie Minogue's hot pants, as if that's enough, Dame Edna's glasses, Nick Cave's notebooks.
What? Anything else?
Andrew O'Keefe's ice pipe.
What? Wednesday and Thursday, we had Coldplay chat.
Coldplay, right? In 2000, I think Parachutes were their first album.
The best album, but it was my
Was the
least
Scientist
favourite.
from this
No.
one? No, Scientist was one a couple of years later, which there was a breakup going on here, and this song was on, and mate.
Nobody said it was easy.
Tough times.
How many times do you reckon you would have listened to that on
This
loop?
song?
Yeah.
1,000 tops a day.
And yesterday, it was brought up again.
If Scientist comes on.
Never said it would be this hard.
Well, that's it. I'm not eating for 5 days now.
I love a breakup
Quite
song.
triggering to a time in my life, Jonathan. Do you know what I mean?
That's okay, mate.
Jonathan, have you ever been heartbroken?
No.
No. Yesterday, we talked about Steve Price.
Steve Price from The Project. He confessed he was arrested in the 1970s.
Yeah.
For possession of cannabis.
Yeah, Pricey!
That's right.
Love.
Steve Price. He loves the weed. The pot, reefer, hash, herb, Auntie Mary, skunk, boom, jolly green. He loves the jazz cabbage and he loves devil's lettuce. You know, what I'm saying is he loves it.
Is that
Jazz
it?
cabbage.
That's all I got.
Yesterday was a beautiful day, and Chrissie had a very peculiar thing to do.
Get out in it. Get some vitamin D. Maybe flash your bum. That's the best way to get vitamin D. Did you know that?
What?
Yeah. The best thing to do is to put your bum, take your undies off, and pull your butt cheeks apart and get it onto your anus.
It's called perineum sunning.
Yeah. And apparently that really boosts your vitamin D.
That's a scientific name for more. In the usual name, the most common name is sunbumming.
Sunbumming.
Or taint grilling.
I remember now. I tried it once.
And how did it go, Sam?
Not well. I was on a bike at the time.
Well, that's it from this week. I hope you have a wonderful week. I'm out of here. Bye!
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie. Ripper Show will be back tomorrow. Chrissie, Sam and Brownie. Oh, unless it's a weekend.
Over 100.